Here are some things we've stopped buying to save money, and spoiler, we don't even miss them. Number one is probably a bit controversial and a lot harder to do, but it has saved us the most money, and that is bread. The shelf-stable bread at the store. Last year, I really started working on learning how to make my own bread. We have some sourdough bread that we're working with, and I think I've efficiently gotten down to the science of making a loaf of bread that's going to work for our sandwiches, our grilled cheese, whatever we need that to work for. But then also I have a hamburger bun that I could transfer into a hot dog bun recipe if I need that. Rolls, all of those things, we don't buy them. This does require planning ahead, and I have practiced it so much that it's not as hard for me to just like, oh, I need to make the rolls, let's go start them out, and then we're gonna let them rise and we're gonna let them do their thing. It's more of a back burner type thing, but I know that when you're first starting, it is a lot harder. So if you're wanting to start something like that, where you stop buying bread or you stop buying pasta sauce, pick one thing that you eat a lot, you eat at least once a week, see if you can make it your own. For us, it's bread. We eat a lot of bread. And I do not feel guilty about that because now it's homemade and it's so good. It's so yummy. Did I start out making a loaf of bread plus the hamburger buns plus the rolls every day? No, but now I've gotten to that point because I've slowly worked through that skill. Moving on, we also do not buy name brand items. We just buy the generic store brand. Now, some of you might disagree with me on this, especially when it comes to snacks like your cheese snacks and your cookies. I get that. The generic brand does not taste right. We typically don't eat those as much, so we don't buy the name brand of those. We just normally buy our produce area. So if it's dairy, I'm buying the store brand dairy. If it's eggs, I'm gonna buy the store brand eggs. That's kind of where I'm going with this. It doesn't hurt to test out a snack. If you are a very snacky family, it doesn't hurt to test it out and see if the store brand one tastes just as good. But all of our baking supplies, sugars, chocolates, everything like that, it's store brand. I also don't buy coffee on the road. Coffee is so expensive. I do understand the concept of treating yourself, but if every time you go out is a treat, then it's not a treat anymore. Plus, when you buy a coffee at like a standard coffee shop, I feel like that's almost $10 now for a coffee. It might be more depending on how large the size is. I just can't fathom spending that much money on a small cup of coffee because I buy the smallest version and I think it's $8 now if I wanted to get the smallest cup. It's just not as good as the coffee that we get at home, that we make at home, that we love. Oh, I also buy store brand creamer, and that's our favorite creamer. So if you want a nice cup of coffee while you're doing your errands, think and plan ahead. If you want it to be a cold brew or whatever, make it before you go. But you do have to plan ahead in that portion. I've talked about this before, but we have also gotten rid of a lot of our subscriptions. There's a few that we use daily, but many of our subscriptions, entertainment, meal kits, meal planning services, we don't pay for anymore. We just stopped using those. And it can seem like an insignificant amount, like, oh, $5 here, $13 a month here, $30 a month here on some of those, but they all add up and we don't do that. There's also these subscriptions of a fantasy lifestyle that you may not be thinking about. So for example, I had a subscription to Craftsy, which is a really cool subscription, but basically it's like all these videos about how you can quilt or cook better or whatever, like crafting, creative wise you want to learn. And I was able to get the subscription for the first year for a really good price, but then after that I had to decide I didn't even use it the first year the way that I could have or the way that I should have. And because I didn't use it, I knew that I likely still wouldn't use it paying it full price. So we canceled it. But in my fantasy, I truly wanted to learn how to knit and crochet and sew and do all of these things. But in my reality, in this season, I'm don't have time for any of that, so I'm not going to pay for a subscription that I'm not going to use in this season. We also don't buy prepackaged snacks. We just bulk buy them the family size. So if you do have a snack that you like and your kids like and your kids are eating constantly, we'll pre-portion them at home. I don't even buy Ziploc bags to package them with. We just have little snack cups. We pour it out in the moment, and that's what you get for your snack. Here you go. It's going to save on waste, and it's going to save on your wallet. Now these changes might seem pretty small, except for the bread one, but they could add up to very big savings. So are there any that you are interested in starting? Are there any that I missed? Let us know in the comments below, because we can all learn how to be frugal and save money in the season we're in.